stringy music.
Eclectic stringy music. It's really hard.
Yeah, we'd tag
Sewing strings.
Avant-garde EDM, I guess. I mean, that would be this album. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but...
It was described once as existential pop. The only problem with that is it sounds kind of wanky. The way I'd look at it is there was a sound that came out of New Zealand in the 80s called the Dunedin sound. And I'd love to have the idea of the Tasmanian sound.
Incandescent shadow pop. You guys out there?
Fat ass dance, baby.
Oh man.
I would tag myself as the tits.
My first CMJ. Yeah, I'm like, woo, what's going on? I discovered yesterday an amazing young artist from Sweden named Aurora. She was so wonderful. She's the one who really caught my heart, I guess. But there are many, many more. Like really good artists, so unique and different, and so many genres, so many venues. It's awesome.
The ones that have really stuck out for us, there's a band called The Witches from, I think, WYTCAHS, and I think they're from Brighton in England, and they blew my mind because a lot of the bands that I've seen this year at CMJ have kind of almost been bringing grunge back. There's been this weird grungy vibe to it, which I love. The Kills, obviously, slightly bigger Moon Duo supporting the Kills, and a lot of Australian bands. Obviously Kite String Tangle are playing today, Tales in Space played, and even like little bands from strange places that we've been catching up with have just. I've actually yet to see a bad band. Seriously, I know that sounds kind of wanky, but it's true.
We saw Andrew WK in the street just randomly, which is like a dream come true for us.
He was huge and really buff, but it was like everything that I ever wanted.
He was like 13 feet tall.
It's crazy. It's a real life urban legend.
Well, I think it's because with Bombay Bicycle Club, we know them from home. So when we were reading through, it was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
they're going to play. So that's one from, coming from
Jared
home.
Wade. Yeah, Jared Wade. Yeah. I couldn't remember the name then for a sec. That's why.
Jared Wade in my head.
Yeah.
He would be cool to see. There's just so many bands.
It's such a good opportunity, really, isn't it?
And we have been listening online, like when I put up like the mixtape and stuff. We went in before, I was like, no way. And I was listening to the stuff, and there's just so much stuff out there that I don't know how people get around to all the gigs. Like,
Yeah, Featherface's Kite,
Walker Lukens.
Yeah, Walker Lukens.
Flavor Rate.
Flavor Rate. Flavor Rate's Kite.
Miles Zone is great.
Flavor Rate.
Great stuff.
East Cameron Folk Court killed it. They played right before us. They were awesome.
We kind of stumbled into the living room as a band. Like we just went in there and like after we got some pizza and saw the band The Fictionist, and we all were like, wow, these guys are awesome. Like
Bombay Bicycle Club. Yeah, the bigger shows were definitely cool. We saw Braves. Braves was cool. Yeah. And then Goodbye Motel. Yeah, they just played right for us. They were awesome.
I also saw this band called Team. It's like all female fronted. It's like so awesome. I had an eargasm.
Actually, I was expecting a little more of like that kind of thing from the back of the crowd. But they're doing more like this. Everyone was like, they're like this. Still getting into it. Yeah. I'm still hip, but I am digging it.
It's kind of like starting a fire. You get a few of them moving, and then they start rubbing on the other people, and you get friction, and it just heats up, and suddenly everybody's moving around like a bunch of molecules. And
no, I think it's going to be good. It's going to be energetic and probably, I was about to say, rather British.
rather British.
Yeah, well, we can't really escape that. But no, I think it's
Everyone in the audience getting tea and scones.
Yeah, tea and scones.
Nice. This was the 5th of 6, and then we're done. The music marathon term was like a real one for us. Super awesome. Going all the way to the end.
This week has been insane. I mean, everyone says it when you talk about CMJ. They go, I didn't get any sleep. I saw so many bands we've done exactly that. It's been like guys from Tasmania in New York, eating all the food, drinking all the beer, seeing all the bands, and getting no sleep.
I'm not really familiar with New York at all. Like, I actually am really, like, directionally impaired, so I have no idea where I am right now. But it's been so fun because I'm with, like, 5 of my best friends. It's been, like, the best adventure of all time.
Dungeons and Dragons, you want to talk about Magic cards, you want to talk about video games, you want to talk about zombies, we can do it all. Yeah. But we all watched, and there was one point in the band, we were on a trip and I was like, hey guys, I watched this anime recently, it's called Attack on Titan. You might not like it, but maybe everyone should check it out. Literally everyone that toured.
We binged it in like 2 days.
Mine is planes.
Aeroplanes.
Aeroplanes. I like aeroplanes.
Well, I don't think I have a geeky one.
The Spice
but
Girls.
that's not.
Oh, it's not geeky.
That's
no.
just my guilty pleasure.
That's a guilty pleasure.
I stole my Harry Potter tie when we were doing extra work. Stole. We took. We didn't steal.
might
They
wanna
were going to
cut
use
that
them
bit out,
again.
yeah.
No, we have our Harry Potter times that we kept. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's being done in video games. And it's not just that. And the music in them is really good. Like I played Journey and I absolutely loved it because the music in it was just fantastic. You're just immersed in it. So yeah, I think I like games. But I do love Sudoku. Sudoku, technically.
I'm obsessed with manga. I mean, my favorite director in the world is Miyazaki. I mean, he's my inspiration. He was actually the inspiration for the visuals in Demons, the Kokoro's album. Before the Kokoro, I had a project that I named Mononoke. And it evolved into the Kokoro, because Mononoke means the spirit of things, and the Kokoro means the heart of things. So I felt like it evolved into the heart, but it definitely came from there. And Princess Mononoke is like my favorite character in film of all times. The way he deals with demons and the spirit world, I mean, that really inspired me. So, and the name of the album is Demons. And I just, yeah, I'm a huge fan.
Graphic novels, Neil Gaiman, Alan Moore, you know, everything I can get my hands on in terms of that, you know, Grant Morrison, everything that I love in the graphic novel world. Anything remotely Lovecraftian. So I've been playing a board game called Arkham Horror. I've been playing like these role-playing games about Cthulhu. You know, any of this stuff. I love video games. Do you see what I mean? So it's like Doctor Who I've been getting back into since Peter Capaldi took over. It's suddenly good again. Yeah, there's a long list of things. I'd say more often than not, graphic novels and comics are my thing.
My dog is named after Albus Dumbledore. We know what a flux capacitor is.
Rob's uncle invented it.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, that's another thing we're excited about is November 30th, I think it is.
This year?
Of next year.
Oh, next year.
Is the date that they go into the future. So somebody's got to design a hoverboard. And if I don't get the jacket, goes whoop,
giant
They already have
holographic Sharpie.
pissed.
Yeah. Self-drying jacket.
They already have that.
Self-tying shoes.
just came out.
Self-strapping shoes.
I was pretty hardcore into Magic for about 5 years.
What are you doing now?
I had to hang it up.
Plenty of geeky stuff right now.
I think the nerdiness is mostly in my self-expression, and I still feel that way from like being a teenager, where like maybe it's nerdy, but like you're celebrating your differences, and like sometimes like I don't know, when you're just like really trying to like do your own thing and express yourself, like sometimes you look nerdy, but ultimately that's how you are cool.
Dancing real hard is not considered like...
Dancing really hard is definitely one of our nerdier.
Yeah, we really like dancing.
But what is it to not be a nerd? Does that mean you're not like? I feel like being cool or like not being a nerd means you're like not being passionate about something.
Yeah, so we're very passionate about dance music and our instruments. So that's geeky.
Yeah, we're passionate about just going really hard. And Brad spends a lot of time on the computer, and look at his glasses. There's a cord connecting his glasses to his head.
Because they'll fly off my face. I'm rocking so hard. I gotta keep them tied in.
That's probably the focal point of our nerdiness is Brad's tie on his glasses.
Jeff, we're talking about Pokemon.
Oh, what about?
We're saying how much we like Pokemon.
Yeah, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Bulbasaur.
Golduck.
An unpopular one, I know, but Golduck is the best. Don't let anyone. Charizard's great. Charizard's in the new Super Smash Bros. Like as a single, so in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, there's like a Pokemon trainer character, and you can play as you play. It's Squirtle definitely, and then it's either Ivysaur or Venusaur, and then it's Charizard. I don't know why they don't have Bulbasaur, but it's just Squirtle. But Charizard was great, but because of how it worked in Brawl, there was no down B for Charizard because down B switched to another Pokemon. But in the new Super Smash Bros. Brawl, there's a dedicated Charizard character that has a down B and actually has souped up other moves, and he's great.
Hi, I'm Joe from Enola Fall.
Hi, I'm Emily Wolfe.
I'm Lee Trufon from the Kokoro.
We are Night Riots.
And we are the Brewer.
And we're Fictionist. You're catching us on Last.fm.
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 We're Holiday
Mountain. From Austin,
and
Texas.
We're from Austin, Texas. Listen to us on Last.fm.